Good morning, happy Wednesday. Doing Metal Hot Takes number 2 today. This did really well when I uploaded the first one was it a couple weeks ago or last week? I can't remember when it was. But the first time I asked my YouTube community in a community post what their Metal Hot Takes were. It went pretty well. Not too many angry comments. I think I got like 1 or 2 angry comments of people just being like, "What?" But for the most part, it did really well. People really enjoyed it, and I kept getting asked afterwards on Instagram when I was going to do the next one. So the next one is here. I asked my Instagram community, which is very engaging. I talk to them a lot more than any other social media platform. That is where most of my followers are, and I post on there pretty regularly. I used to post every day, but I go days in between now. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, go ahead and do that. I'm pretty engaging on Facebook as well. Facebook is not as big, but I think I reached over 1,000 likes on Facebook, which is pretty cool. So I'll do a Facebook one as well, but right now I'm doing Instagram. And I said in my story yesterday, I said, as requested by many, tell me your metal hot takes. And this was seen by over 500 people. And I got quite a few responses. I expected there to be a lot more. I think some people probably had a hard time coming up with some that weren't already discussed, because I've done this several times on Instagram before. So let's go ahead and start showing some of them. What I've did is I screenshotted all the responses, and I will just pop up the responses right here. Let me move my big fat face down so you can see them all, and we will start with Brit up here, and all he said is piss grave. Let me just try and make this a little bit bigger. There we go. That's not a hot take. Maybe it is. I don't know. I like that band. So the next one is Testament should replace Anthrax in the Big Four. Oh, oof. No, I don't agree with that. I love Anthrax and I love Testament. Do I love Testament more than Anthrax? No, I don't. You know who Testament should have replaced? Megadeth. That's not a surprise, right? Because you guys already know I don't like Megadeth. So, Testament replacing Megadeth, 1,000%. I mean, Creator should have replaced Megadeth. So yeah, that's a pretty big hot take, though. I think some people are going to really disagree with that one. I 100% disagree. I don't think Anthrax should have been replaced. Gatekeeping is sometimes necessary, especially in light of all these TikTok wannabes and experts. Okay, so I don't really do TikTok. I just started it. I don't really know what the metal community is like on TikTok, but I'm assuming it's similar to Instagram and YouTube. I see more gatekeeping on Twitter and YouTube than I do anything else. I'm not too sure. Like, gatekeeping, I don't think is ever really necessary at all. I think just as, time goes by, evolution of change is a thing that people just have to accept. And they can still be fans of things that are like bands that are older, that were the reason why this exists. But I don't really know about that. TikTok wannabes. Somebody really doesn't like TikTok. Chris, what's up, man? Who hurt you? What's their name? Let me know. So yeah, that's a hot take in general. Gatekeeping is a hot take. I've considered doing videos on it, but honestly, I just don't really give a fuck. Just move on. If you don't like the band, don't listen to it. Move on. End of story. That's enough Stoner Doom. I don't listen to Stoner Doom. Couldn't even tell you a Stoner Doom band. So for me, yes, enough of the Stoner Doom, I guess. I don't know, even though I don't listen to it. Well, from what I've heard of it, I'm just not a fan of it. I know a lot of people are, and it's totally fine. But yeah, I mean, I would be completely fine if a Stoner Doom band didn't continue to make music. It wouldn't impact me in any way, other than just be like, cool. Metallica is the most overrated band ever. Okay, so this person must not have seen the first video. I don't think they're the most overrated band ever. I think Megadeth is. Just gonna be honest with you, especially in the metal scene. I think Metallica has life in them. Their last album really, really, really wasn't that bad. Obviously, it's not Master of Puppets or Ride the Lightning or Kill 'Em All. And obviously, that's not. But I think in terms of continuing on in their legacy, I don't think they're the most overrated band. I think they deserve a lot of the praise that they get and a lot of the Hall of Fame talk that they have and all that stuff. I think they deserve it. So we got Gordon here with I Can't Stand Testament. Honestly, I don't think that that's a really much of a hot take. I'm going to be honest with you, my friend. I think a lot of people don't really like Testament. I think that is generally just not unusual. I think I hear more often than not that people don't like Testament. I'm not too sure why, because I am not one of those people. I really love Testament. Their newer albums are not that great. They're not anything that hold up to New World Order and those first, the Legacy, those first several that they have out. But they're not bad by any means, and they can still riff like hell. I don't know. But yeah, I wouldn't say that's much of a hot take. I think people just in generally don't like, not in general. There's a lot of people that don't like Testament, so I'm not surprised by that. Atheist's first 2 albums are better than anything Death did after Spiritual Healing. Wow. Atheist's first 2 albums are phenomenal, and I think they're 2 of the best albums to come out in death metal and progressive death metal. I don't think that they're better than, I don't know. This is such a biased opinion. I'm such a diehard Death fan. I don't think that they're better than the rest of their catalog. I just don't. Damn. I don't. That is a pretty big hot take. I would be interested to know what people think about this. Because it's funny that you say that, because a lot of people actually, I don't know. They just love death in general, and then Atheist is too kind of proggy for them. This one kind of blew me away. Spiritual Healing, I don't know. Like, that's Individual Thought Patterns. Yeah, I can agree. Like, that's probably my least favorite death album. I love Sound of Perseverance. Symbolic is one of my favorites. Inhuman. Human is also one of my favorites. All right. Anyway, I've talked about this too long. I don't agree with that, but some people might. Iron Maiden. I'm afraid to say more and be eviscerated. Does that say? Charlie, what are you talking about here? This is the Fiddler on Panopticon's album, by the way. Iron Maiden. I'm afraid to say more and be eviscerated. Oh. Wow. Reading comprehension. Not a fan of Iron Maiden, I see. All right. There's quite a few of them that I know about. I don't think that's much of a hot take. Iron Maiden is pretty polarizing, I guess you could say, nowadays. Maybe not so much back in the times, but I think nowadays with the younger crew coming in, taking over the metal scene, they just don't appreciate what Iron Maiden has done, in my opinion. All right, so the next one. Here's my buddy Pat, or P, sorry. Morbid Angel is lame. Yeah. That's a pretty big hot take. I think a lot of people are going to disagree with that one. I agree some of their stuff is pretty overrated. Authors of Madness obviously is one of the greatest death metal albums ever made. Covenant and Blessed Are the Sick are great albums. I really don't like a lot of Morbid Angel's later era albums, which I think that's the general consensus too. I don't think that they're lame. I just think that people probably just don't appreciate who they are or what they are. Maybe it's just even getting sick of them. I'm assuming it's just probably getting sick of them because just so many people idolize and hold them up on a pedestal. So, yeah, I don't know how I feel about that one. Okay, so the next one is Slayer Sucks. I 1,000% disagree with that. Even with their newer albums, Slayer does not suck. People just, is this like I just want to know like the meaning behind Slayer Sucks. I guess, obviously I wasn't asking for like further in detail here, but Slayer Sucks is just about the same as in my opinion as somebody saying Morbid Angel sucks. I don't agree with both of these. I don't know. I'm sure a lot of people that are going to watch this are going to say that. I know Slayer is pretty polarizing now. A lot of people are happy that they hung it up, and now they're just angry that they're back. I don't think they suck whatsoever. I don't know. We just got some thrash metal haters today. Is that what it is? The Gathering is Testament's best album. What? Wait, which one was that? The Gathering. Why am I blanking on this? Is that one of their newer ones? Testament. You know, if you write Testament in Google, you get a bunch of Bible-y shit. That's just annoying. The Gathering. Oh, really? I don't even remember last time I listened to this album. For the people that need to know. Gathering, Testament. This album. Their 8th studio album. I don't even remember the last time I listened to this album. It's the only album that Dave Lombardo was on. They continue their transition to death metal. What songs are on this? Oh yeah, DNR. I forgot about that song. I need to go back and listen to this album. It has been a really long time. When did this come out? 2000s? 1999, so yeah, 2000-ish. I need to listen to this album. I'm going to disagree with you 100% right now because I'm an Old Testament fan and I think that those first like 3 or 4 albums are just simply phenomenal. But I'm going to go back and listen to this because I don't ever remember liking this album. Also, not a huge fan of that album art. What is going on with this? Like, where did their logo go? Okay. I'm just flabbergasted by this response right now. Okay, I'm going to have to go back and listen to that album. Metalcore is puking face. That's not a hot take. Obituary. Southern rock. Wow, that's a stretch. No. We ain't talking Sweet Home Alabama shit here, all right? Obituary is not close. They are a bunch of rednecks, yes. But they are death metal. You leave Obituary alone. God damn it. Mastodon sucks. Agreed. Mastodon has one good album. Leviathan. That's it. I don't like any of their other albums. I've tried so hard to get into Mastodon. I've bought their albums countless times thinking this is going to be the day that I get it, that I like it. And then I always end up selling it or trading them off. I just don't like their stuff. I don't like it. Leviathan I can get into. I think there's like one other one. I can't remember what the other one was. Blanking. But I just can't get into that band at all. I just can't. I've seen them live so many times too. There was just a point in time where they were always like on a tour with the headliner. It was just crazy. I mean, they were pretty good live, but even then after that, I still couldn't get into them. So I agree, Adam. My buddy Adam right there. I've always questioned why so people hate or find Meshuggah polarizing. Is Meshuggah polarizing? I don't think I've ever heard that. I don't hate Meshuggah. I think Meshuggah is fantastic. I prefer their newer albums over their old, which a lot of people will disagree with me on that. But that's just because I came into Meshuggah late into their career. So some of their older albums were a little bit harder for me to digest when I went back and listened to them. They're not now. But I came in definitely when Bleed was like the big hit. And everybody was talking about that album. So I mean, I don't understand why they would ever be polarizing. Meshuggah is similar to like Gorgut's Obscura album. It's either you get it or you don't. Either you can digest it and listen to it or you don't. And people just move on. I just don't think people hate them. I think people respect what they're trying to do and they understand that like they're phenomenal musicians. But I don't know. Somebody chime in here. Is Meshuggah polarizing? I've never heard that. Rotting Christ is better than Behemoth. I guess this depends on what Behemoth you're talking about. If you're talking about new Behemoth, yes. If you're talking about old school Behemoth, like back when they were really truly black metal, I don't know. That's tough for me. I would probably pick Behemoth's older albums over some. I don't know, because I really like Rotting Christ. Damn. If I had to do a keep or reap, I don't know what I would be able to pick for that. That's probably a hot take because I think Behemoth has such a large fan base. People are going to be really upset about that. I think Rotting Christ is a little bit underrated. People need to give them more attention. So yeah, that's an interesting one. That was a good one. I liked that one. All right, what's the next one now? Come on, computer, load it up. All right. American black metal is overlooked. I don't agree with that. Maybe yes, in past years it has been, but I think this year there's just been such a big surge of U.S. black metal that it's huge. Unless you're like only listening to like underground black metal, and you're only like a true cultist. But like Holder, Uada, Wolves in the Throne Room, just a few that I've named off the top of my head. I can't think of any right now. I mean, even Judas Iscariot. Like, come on, man. I don't think it's overlooked. I just think that, like, France and Norway and Finland and, you know, overseas is just so saturated with it. But I think now the U.S. scene is getting its name recognized. So some black metal people will probably disagree with me on that one. That actually would probably be the biggest hot take in this video, because anything in relation to black metal gets the most engagement. I prefer modern creator albums over creators 80 albums. That is a big hot take, homeboy. Wow, Metal Joe. Ooh, you're gonna get some people real bad about that. I like creators' new albums. I think they're good. There's several of their releases that have come out over the last like 10 years I've really enjoyed, but I don't enjoy them over Endless Pain, and obviously those for several creator albums I don't. I will always pick 80s creator over anything else. 80s and 90s creator. Death Heaven. Oh, these fucking assholes. Going full shoegaze was dumb, and Knocked Loose is one of the best heavy bands out. Wow, Scotty. What are you talking about? First of all, Death Heaven I don't like, so yeah. I mean, I don't mind shoegaze, but Death Heaven is like one of the most overrated fucking bands in the world. I don't get it at all. Why do people lose their shit over Death Heaven? Like, they have maybe one good album and that's it, and that's the Sun one, whatever the fuck that one's called. Sunbather or Sun Eater, I don't even remember. I can't remember. I used to have it and I got rid of it. But otherwise, I don't get that at all. Why do people like that band so much? And Knocked Loose is one of the heaviest bands. No, Knocked Loose, first of all, I like Knocked Loose. I'm not going to say I don't like Knocked Loose, but I don't think that they're heavy in a sense of being the most heavy band. Not even close. Not even close. And goddamn, sometimes the little midget gremlin screams that he has drives me crazy, and I can't listen to it anymore. And I get sick of it, and I turn it off. But I do like Knocked Loose when I'm in the mood for Knocked Loose. I think that they're a good band. They're awesome live. I've seen them live twice now. And I've got respect for them, but no, they're not the heaviest band out. I'm gonna be a Justin Horrible here and say, hey, go back and listen to some death metal, man. Black metal gets too much shit for how it's made. Enough patience and listening proves it. Yeah, I mean, people really don't like the Fisher Price shitheads too. Fisher Price shitty sound, like you're in your mom's basement eating Hot Pockets and painting your nails black. Like, they really don't like that shit. They think it sounds terrible, and I get it. I used to be one of those people, but I think, especially when it comes to like Bluetooth Nord and Passage d'Iver, like, give it patience. Patience is key, because when it clicks, it clicks. It's so good. But I can understand this. I don't know if that's really much of a no, it's definitely a hot take, especially in the death metal scene. If you're a death metal fan, you hate black metal, you're going to be fucking angry at this person. Metal good. That's not a hot take. What's going on here? Oh, you're saying that metal is not good? Why the fuck are you following me then? Who is this? This has got to be a troll. I can't see. I'm blind. Who is this? Bought a new face. I don't even know who that person is. Have you ever commented on my shit before? Okay, Vacuous Depths. Dissection's best work is the Grief Prophecy. Deal with it. So that is on the Somber Lane. And I agree. There are days where I think the Somber Lane is so much better. Like, that's their best album. And I have my moments and people get angry about me. But I find that I listen to that album a lot more than Storm of Light's Bane. I think that's because I just played the fuck out of Storm of Light's Bane. And the Somber Lane is always like a welcome like sound. I've got some post-nasal drip going on here. Goddamn. Okay. So Vacuous Depths is an awesome band, by the way. Check them out. I have their tape. I think I've showed it off on here before, but I'm going to show it off again. I'm going back into my tape collection and archives and showing off my tapes again because people have been asking for that. All right, so let's move on. We've got a lot more left here. This video is going to be a little bit longer today. Goddamn. Post-nasal drip is fun. Let's drink some coffee and make it worse. All right. This one needs to be blown up a little bit more. It's fine to take the genre seriously, but if you take it too seriously, you're kind of a loser, in my opinion. Okay. So I guess it depends on what you mean by taking it too seriously, because if you're like a band or a label, this is your life. This is what you're trying to make a living off of. And I like, yeah, take that seriously. I don't think you're a loser in that regard. Now, if you're taking it too seriously in that, like, you're just thinking it's the culture and, like, this is the way of life and blah, 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 it's the only thing that matters, you're kind of a nerd in that regard, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, death metal is life for me, but also so are my kids and my wife, and I'm not going to completely ruin my life just because, like, by blowing my money on shit and going to concerts and stuff when there's other things I need to be paying for. I don't know. I don't know what you mean by that, but okay, that's a strange hot take, but all right. Death is an overrated death metal band. Only 2 death metal albums. The other albums are good, but aren't death metal. What the fuck? Who the hell is this now? Long Beach Vinyl? Oh no. What are you talking about, homeboy? Why do people say this shit? Death isn't death metal. What the fuck is wrong with you? Yes, they were. I mean, yeah, they got proggy towards the end, but there was still death metal there. I mean, maybe Sound of Perseverance, that can pass, is not a death metal album. Yeah, I don't know. You guys are weird with that shit. I think are you saying that just to make people blow up? Probably. Mental Funeral is dog shit compared to Sever Survival. I do not agree with that. Mental Funeral is a fantastic album, and it holds up to Severed Survival. Goddamn. Instagram is ruthless today. Slayer Reunion is dumb, and fuck Catholic Megatom. Chris is one of my really close friends, Chris. Slayer Reunion is dumb. I mean, whatever. I'm not gonna go. I'm so mad. Okay, you know what? Okay, here we go. You're going to get me going. I'm a little bit pissed about this because I went to their farewell tour. I paid a shitload of money for my tickets. It was it. That was it. They were done. Had it in my head, moved on, and now they're like, nope, surprise, we're back, just because, was it Tom or was it Gary Holt's wife? Somebody's wife was not a fan of the money being gone and said, hey, get back out there on the road, you bums. Well, how about you get a fucking job? How about that? If you want the money to keep flowing in. Jesus Christ, let the guys be in retirement. That, I don't know if that's actually really what happened. I just saw like a headline on Twitter. I didn't read the actual article, so please don't come and murder me. And yeah, fuck Tom. Tom Araya is like a devout Catholic, which fine, whatever. And like just this huge MAGA Republican. He used to spout off crazy shit all the time. I don't know if he does because I stopped following him on social media. But yeah, it bothers the shit out of me that he's so the way he is with the way Slayer is, like with their whole theme, whatever. But Slayer is one of my all-time favorite bands, so I take this all back and I apologize. And congrats on coming back. I'm not going to see you live ever again. I've decided to put that to rest in my life. I'm moving on. Please, for the love of God, don't make another new album. Jesus Christ, just do your couple tours and then go enjoy retirement, or make some new shitty music like Kerry King did. Dream Unending are the best band of the last 10 years. That is a big hot take, my homie. That's a big hot take. A lot of people are going to really disagree with you on that. I think they're a phenomenal band. Are they the best band? No. Sorry. I love that band. I really do, but no. No. I can't even. Pissgrave. Oh, okay. What I did is I screenshot. The screenshot overlapped with another one. All right, and here are the final ones. Come on, computer. Nope. You want to work? There we go. Okay. Here are the final hot takes. Let's blow it up a little bit. Okay. I don't like the EO vocal port. AO vocal port. I don't know. Okay. It should have been Hellhammer. Ben. I agree. Moving on. The last four Meshuggah albums are better than the first four. Okay, so here's another Meshuggah one. Wow, okay, this is on a lot of people's minds. I agree. I am that person that likes the newer Meshuggah albums over their older ones. I love the older ones. Don't get me wrong. Don't get upset with me, but I agree with that. And that is a pretty spicy take because I know a lot of people are going to really disagree with that. I like Blessed, Covenant, and Domination way more than Alternate Matters. Wow. Domination? I could probably agree with the Covenant and Blessed that are sick, but Domination? What is wrong with people? Anyway, I can't even talk about that. We're moving on with that. Control Delete. What? Hey, Glenn Bentenberger. That's a great name. Who is Control Delete? Is that an album? I'm probably an album. I'm assuming this is an album. I'm blanking right now. Oh. Maybe? I don't know. Somebody help me out here. I wish this was live so you could help me out in the chat. Prophecies Foretold. Are these albums or bands? I am blanking right now. By Dehumanize. Oh, it's Dehumanize. Okay. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with Dehumanize. I know their music. I haven't listened to them in a really long time. So I'm not too sure how much of a hot take this is. But this is a brutal death metal band. And they have three albums out. Control Delete and then Prophecies Foretold. Okay. So whoever is a fan of Dehumanized, the New York brutal death metal band, I think they're on, it says they're on Comatose. I immediately have not listened to these guys ever, I don't think. Maybe I've listened to Beyond the Mind. But, okay, I've got some homework to do for this one. Let me know if that's a hot take. Most carcass worship. Okay. All right. Settle down with the carcass shit, okay? It's fine to take the genre seriously, but if you take... Okay, so that was the last one. Because the way I screenshot it overlapped it. So those were the hot takes of my Instagram followers. Some that just made me angry and go off on a tangent. Others, whatever. This one, though, really? Domination? I really don't care too much for that album. Maybe I'll do more with Angel Ringing someday. People will be really upset with me, though. I don't hail Halters and Madness of, like, the greatest death metal album ever made, but it's still fucking incredible. Okay. So those are the metal hot takes of the Instagram community. Facebook, you're next. And then I'll do another YouTube one. I'll keep going. As long as people continue to give me new ones to talk about, I'll do this, continue on. I think a few comments were put up on my last video. So I'll add those into the next video. Because some people added some more additional hot takes after I recorded that video. So I'll go back and I'll pick those out. And I'll put it into another video. I'm pretty sure there's enough to do another video from that too. So that's all that I have today. Happy Wednesday. Please go check out the new Cell Intruder stream that went up yesterday. Also, I did another video of where I showed off some stuff that I got from YK from NWN. Check out NWN's fundraiser that they're doing right now for their Helios pressing plant and take advantage of their massive sale that they have on their website. Go support, full support to one of the greatest labels in the world. And that is all I have. I'll see you guys in the next one.